Even though our business here at Leerburg involves training dogs, I thought our customers would like to see a few minutes of marker training with our horses that we have. We currently have 4 Rocky Mountain horses and 1 quarter horse. The reason I chose this footage is to demonstrate the power of marker training and to show that this training concept that I talk about in my article on the power of marker training dogs and the DVDs that I produce on marker training also apply to other animals. The fact is, this is how SeaWorld trains all their animals. And we were just at SeaWorld a couple of weeks ago and watched their dog and bird and cat show. The beauty of marker training with horses is that it demonstrates the learning phase of this training concept is 100% motivational. We're not going to put a prong collar on a horse and give him a correction for noncompliance and then expect that horse to work at liberty, which means no halter, no bridle, and no line. Here we're watching Cindy work with her horse Tux in an open pasture and at liberty. She's using a target stick and teaching Tux to put his nose on the ball that we've stuck on the end of this stick. We sell smaller versions of target sticks for dogs. This behavior will later help shape the training for the horse to bow down, along with many other obedience exercises. Just like with dogs, the key to doing this work with a horse is to find a high-value treat that the horse really likes. And like dogs, this can vary from horse to horse. Not all horses like apples. Fact is, none of our horses like apples or carrots. Notice during this work that when Cindy displays the target, she's looking right at the ball. If you read my article on marker training dogs, I emphasize how important that is when you're training certain exercises, like the hand touch and the touch pads. You need to look at your hand, you need to look at the touch pads, or you need to look at the end of the target stick. Another key in the beginning is to try and deliver the reward near the target or in the location where your target was, and ignore unwanted behavior. Now in this case, when Cindy holds the target stick high and Tux tries to bite the stick, Cindy just ignores that behavior. She doesn't correct for it. And she's watching the target. Look where she's watching. Another key to the target stick work is to move the target around so the horse understands that his job is to find the end of the stick and touch his nose to it, just like with the hand touch in dogs. Dogs need to learn that when you hold your hand high, he has to jump up and put his nose on the palm of your hand. That's how you make a game out of the hand touch with your dog. Here's one of the first training steps to teach a horse to bow down. He needs to touch the target stick when it's back behind his leg without moving the leg. Now, Cindy's been working on this one for a few days, and I really mean only a few days. This is not the first time that she's worked on teaching Tux to back up when she pulls on his tail, but this does demonstrate what you can teach an animal to do, even if it doesn't come naturally, by using markers. Through daily handling and through marker training, Cindy has developed an excellent relationship with her horse. He trusts her. In the first step of this work with his tail, she marks Tux for even leaning back without moving his feet. And because he understands the concept of markers, he quickly picked up on the fact that she wanted him to back up when she puts a slight pressure on his tail. I also want to mention that we're working our horses with clickers here rather than a verbal yes. Horses seem to relate to a clicker quicker than what they do a verbal cue. But with that said, we strive to teach them that they need to respond to a verbal cue. You should also notice the amount of verbal praise that goes along with the food reward. This is the same with our dogs. New dog trainers often forget that one of the most powerful training tools that they have is their voice. Now here we're watching how Cindy uses markers to pick up our horse's feet. We need this exercise to clean his hooves after we ride to make sure there's no rocks in them, and to work with our farrier. The same thing can be done with our dogs. Dog owners can use markers to pick up their dog's paws. This needs to be done to trim the nails or to inspect a dog's foot for possible injuries. This goes along and is in the same category as using markers to put on a dog's collar, whether it be a remote collar, a prong collar, one of our dominant dog collars, or simply a flat leather collar. Use markers to teach your dog that it's okay for the collar to go on. It's actually a fun thing. What Cindy's trying to do here is to teach Tux just to lean back while she has his leg up. And again, this is one of the exercises needed to learn how to kneel down and bow.
Oh, very good. That was really good.
And she got it right there. Now the next short video that I will do will be to demonstrate how we teach our horses to retrieve. If you miss it in our newsletter, you can find it on my page on streaming videos when I add it there. If you'd like to watch some of the free streaming videos that I have on my website, you can go to this web address now. I have a number of free streaming training videos and then a number of product videos also.